sorry. I'm afraid we need to take the pinball machine to reach this place. You go first, and I'll be right behind you.
Her secret stronghold is a cafe?
Here we are. This is the place. No, it isn't. This is. Yes, it's right inside. Let me show you how to do it. It's going to be very dark at first, so you'll have to stay close to me.
Hey, let me ask you something. Is following girls around like a lost puppy your way of getting their attention? You've been doing this for nearly half a system hour.
To be more precise, it's been 45 minutes. Time sure flies when you're having fun, doesn't it?
Spare me. Beautiful eyes, though. Are you from Sigonia?
Need another hint? I'm an Avgen.
My eyes might not be as pretty as yours, but there's no problem with my vision. You Sigonians are notorious throughout the entire universe. Liars, thieves, social manipulators, wolves in sheep's clothing. You're really living up to the reputation. I say you belong to the space under the manhole cover, not in a dream. There's one right over there. Off you go.
I'll pass. The gloomy shade of a place like that just wouldn't go with my vibe. Dreamville is frivolous, vain, and flashy, and that suits me just fine. Also, it never rains here. My outfit is too expensive to be exposed to the elements.
Cut it out and go home, you slick talker. We are fools, but we aren't stupid. We aren't interested in playing the friend game with the lapdogs of the IPC.
Really? You've never been friends with anyone from the IPC?
Do you think I know nothing about the history of Penacony? Don't drag me into your banal office politics.
Fool, you've been left with no choice since the moment you accepted the invitation to be here. You better pick a side while you have the chance, or else you'll end up losing everything.
You sound very sure of yourself. Looks like you've already convinced that chicken wing boy from the family. How did you do it, little peacock? Did you strip yourself naked, apologize to him on your knees, and promise that the IPC would never harm Penacony? Friends? Oh, please. You guys only treat others as your bargaining chips.
Oh, what's wrong with chips? In any gamble, the only players that will never be on the losing side are the chips. My friends from the Garden of Recollection and the Astral Express are all smart enough to understand that.
But the smarter ones wouldn't have joined the game in the first place. See? I'm smarter. Listen, little peacock. You've been invited by the tavern before, too. If you want the masked fools to get on board, you need to figure out what it is the laughter wants. Here's a hint for you. Since you can't convince anyone, why don't you find a rock to be friends with? At least a rock won't be able to refute your arguments. So long.
Thanks. I'll keep your advice in mind. What What a pain in the neck. I guess I'll have to meet with the family again.
Here. We're almost there.
Dreams are supposed to be confusing.
Look! This place is breathtaking, isn't it? Guests aren't allowed here, so we have to be careful not to get caught. Don't worry, this place isn't dangerous, just, think of this as the border of Golden Hour. The family is still building and remodeling the dreamscape beyond here. My secret stronghold is in this area. Let's sneak inside.
Excuse me, there's a construction site ahead. Unauthorized personnel are not allowed in.
Drat! We're caught right away. Could you, please make an exception? We're not gonna cause any trouble.
Not a chance. Our boss made it clear that only the dreamers are allowed here.
He won't budge.
Who? Never heard of him. I wouldn't let you in even if the Dream Master were here. None of your tricks are going to work. Please do yourself and me a favor and go home.
Seems like you won't give in. Let me think of another way.
Perhaps Clocky's Clocky power trick can come in handy? This doesn't count as malicious intent, right?
None of your tricks are going to work. Please.
How many times do I have to repeat myself? Unauthorized personnel are not allowed at the construction site. Ugh! Do you two really want to stay here and test my patience? You're gonna regret it. You're asking for it. Oh, and I wouldn't be so cocky if I were you. I deal with punks like you all the time. You fear for nothing just because you're young and energetic. You idle away your time every day, going around, stirring up trouble. You contribute nothing to society. Let me help you spoiled brats learn the hard way. Go, Sweet Dreams Troop! Teach them a lesson!
There's no matter. Still no mercy. Conflict is consequence. To my guard. Oh, my God. Answers? Mediocre. The time to change. There's no matter. We can fluid scales. We're planting training. I'm asking questions. Time to change. Search. Rise.
Darn it! I can't believe I've lost. Is this the power of youth?
If I'd had that power back then, would we have ended up differently, Mia? Oh, all right. You can go in. As the winner, you deserve it.
Seems like he's taking this winning and losing thing a little too seriously. Well, at least we finally get to go through. Never imagined that's how we'd end up getting past the guard. That trick of Clocky's really is amazing.
for the theater of the mediocre. Comfort me.
The time to change.
We're cleansing ready.
Go to work. Here, it's under. Just as my calculations predicted.
The path ends here. For the rest of the way, we need to borrow the Dreamer's tools. What happens next is going to blow your mind.
Different points in space are linked together?
Now we can go to the other side. This is how the Nightingale family repairs the dreamscape. Fascinating, isn't it? We can use the building materials that are floating around in the air. It's like stepping on planks, floating on water. Let's go that way.
Zeus Perkibi. Never a truth. Here, it's under. Go to work.
The time to change. Time to search. Rise. Lanes are ready.
Follow the charm. Comfort is real.
Guard. Thanks. Quick.
Just as my calculations predicted.
We can get to the rooftop of the opposite building from here, but it requires a device. I remember it's hidden here. Bam! And it comes out just like that. No matter how many times I've seen it, it still looks magical.
Here, it's under. Is that it? Go to work.
I'm on guard.
Follow charge. Here, in thunder. Conflict is this.
The truth of life and death. Fixation.
Here, in thunder.
The time to change.
Conflict is this.
Show no mercy. The time to change. I'm on guard.
Past victories don't guarantee future ones.
Look, that's the Penacony Grand Theater over there. This one is a little bit complicated. I have to put on my thinking cap. Family recruited many artists, architects, and scholars from across the universe to form the team of dreamers that built the dream of Penacony. These areas are not developed yet, so guests don't come here. It's not as lively as the town center here, but I relish the surroundings. From that building to this building in the blink of an eye. This would be impossible in reality. It's the same routine. You've mastered it, right?
What exactly went wrong? Is it because I've gone for too long without drinking Soul Glad? Or because I've been working overtime for 2 months? Why don't I have any inspiration today? Who's there? Why are there guests here? You know what? I don't care how you snuck in. Just leave me alone. If you prevent me from finishing my work on time, I'm gonna make you pay for it. What exactly went wrong? Aha! I've got it! What a brilliant idea it is! I must write it down on paper while it's fresh in my mind. No. I'm sure I'll forget all the details when I wake up from sleep. There's no better time than now to put it into action.
He wandered off, but he left behind the puzzle piece. Was the other puzzle piece taken away by it?
What?
Forward!
What's that track?
Here, get under. Quick! Conflict business. Here, get under.
The consequences are mine. This could serve you well. Good.
This place is really complicated. It gives me a headache every time I pass through. Not only do we have to activate the dream's eye, but we also have to close it a couple of times to get through.
before conclusion. Conflict is good. Show no mercy. Break. Cookeries. Here, get under. We're planting ready.
The consequences are mine to bear.
This place is really complicated. Finally! There won't be too many hindrances after this. This area wasn't guarded the last time I was here. Have my frequent comings and goings started drawing attention? I don't think we can get around them. Knocking them out is the only way to go. Let's get rid of them.
A well-matched opponent. Conflict is hideous.
I've no interest in conflict. The truth of life and death is satiating. It's but a vision. Break! I'm on guard.